Hi, this is Ninja Lawal Kolek on Lightcast TV with Inspira101. Today I want us to focus on the makings of a habit and how to break a negative habit and change it into a quality habit. So first of all, I want us to realize that we are all creatures of habits and everyone has a habit. It could be a negative habit, it could be a positive habit. Maybe when you wake up early in the morning, or maybe before you go to bed, you ensure that you iron out your work clothes, then you put it in a specific place, then you brush your teeth, then you go to bed. Wake up early in the morning, you do some exercise, take a cup of tea, take your breakfast, go for a shower, then you prepare and go to work. But there are other toxic habits that might include taking coffee very late in the night, or maybe after 10, or maybe you are binge watching on your TV screen, and also maybe you like to smoke, or maybe you're doing something very late that makes you to wake up at a time that you're not supposed to wake up. So breaking unwanted habits that you want to break can be very difficult. But before we even get to breaking the negative habits in your life so that you can live a quality life this 2025, I think we need, first of all, to understand the making of a habit. So the making of a habit, according to a website in Healthline, they talk about the 3 R's. So the 3 R's, there are a few theories around how habits develop. So the idea of the 3 R's is one of the main ones. So when we talk about the making of a habit, the first R is about reminder. When we talk about reminder, we're talking about the trigger or the cue that could be a conscious behavior, such as, for example, when you go to the toilet, after you're done with relieving yourself in the toilet, you have to flush. After flushing, you flush the toilet, such as flushing the toilet, or maybe it might be associated with a feeling of nervousness. Then we have the second R, which is routine. What is routine? It's a behavior associated with the trigger. For example, when you're flushing the toilet, what is the automatic cue? You have to go and wash your hands. Or for example, when you wake up early in the morning, you feel like, oh, I need to take a shower, then brush my teeth. So it's almost like also saying that, so there are some certain habits that are triggered by something else. So automatically when you get out of the toilet, you will feel that you need to wash your hands. So automatically getting out of the toilet and sanitizing your hands go hand in hand. That is a routine. And also, for example, if you're a person who is always nervous, there are people when they become nervous in a certain situation or in a certain setting, they nibble their fingers, they bite their nails. Yeah? Then we have the third R, which talks about reward. So the reward is associated with the behavior that helps make a habit stick. For example, if you do something that causes enjoyment or relieves stress, the pleasurable release of dopamine in your brain can make you want to do it again. So those are the 3 R's of making a habit. Now that we now know what it takes to make a habit, we can go straight into how to break a habit. The first thing is to identify your triggers. So triggers are the first step in developing a habit. So when you identify those triggers behind your habitual behaviors, in the first step in moving, is the first step in moving past them. For example, for me, I would like to watch TV or maybe do something like eating cake or eating junk food when I'm with a lot of people. So I began tracking that kind of behavior over a long period of time, and I realized that I was growing bigger and my health was getting to a place where that was not sustainable. So I realized that when I was tracking this habit of mine, that I used to entertain some certain kinds of individuals who would ask me to do junk food, and that was not sustainable for me health-wise. So it took courage, and it took for me to ensure that I cut off this kind of people who are actually making me to take in the kind of food that I'm not supposed to take in. So you need to find out, where does this habitual behavior happen? At what time does it happen? How do you feel when it happens? So I used to feel so bad. Keki imejaa hapo, soda imejaa hapo, sweets zimejaa hapo. We are laughing, we are doing sweet little nothings with friends, and yet my body was not taking the healthy stuff that I'm metabolizing the healthy stuff that I was supposed to. So I decided to stop. I decided to tell my friends that I got a new gig that took most of the time, so I could not host those kind of friends anymore. And now I'm living a productive life. I'm living a healthy life. I'm living a life that I've always wanted to live, a purposeful life that I need to take care of my health. So it's like I said, it starts with you. Look at your triggers. For example, do you watch TV when you're with your friends? You end up spilling over up to 12 midnight. Take stock and just look at the trigger. So you need to decide to stop watching TV when it reaches at 9 o'clock on weeknights. Then you remove the trigger, watching TV or talking to friends. So you have to remove both triggers. Like for me, I had to remove the trigger of having those kind of friends first. And removing those kind of friends mean that I did not have to waste my money buying the sodas, buying the cakes, buying the junk food that we were consuming at the time. So the first thing, you need to identify the triggers that actually make you want to do that negative habit that you are doing. Then the second thing that is very important for you to focus on when you want to change your bad habit, you need to focus on, why do you want to change this bad habit? For example, for me, when I was binge watching and I wanted to change, I told you in my previous videos that the first few weeks with my significant other, it was not easy. I would fight with my significant other, and I would give him silent treatment simply because I wanted to binge watch and he wouldn't let me. You see? So it took time for me to understand from my friend, who actually also helped me to stop this habit, that I needed to stop watching because it was hurting my workplace. I was getting into trouble. So I had to write down, why do I want to change this habit? I needed to wake up early. I needed to be productive. I needed to win back the trust of my bosses. I needed to win back the trust of my colleagues. I needed to get back into my productive mode. So I wrote all those 5 things down on the wall on top of my bed so that I can be able to trigger myself and realize that when I focus on these reasons why I needed to change my habit, then this will actually catapult me to go into the full 100% mode of changing that habit. And it actually really helped, focusing on the reason why, focusing on the why. Why do you want to change? Why do you want to stop watching porn? Why do you want to stop drinking? Why do you want to stop binge watching? Why do you want to stop taking late coffee at night? Why do you want to stop smoking? So you need to write that down. And the more you think about it, the more you internalize, and the more you understand why that you need to change this habit, the more it will motivate you to consider why you want to break the habits, and also internalize the benefits of taking into stock the need to develop a quality habit and do away with the negative habit. The third is enlisting a friend's support. Like I said earlier about my binge watching, I had a friend who would talk to me, who would help me. When I relapsed back to binge watching, then I would go to my friend, and then my husband would scold me and tell me that I am going back to the default settings that are negative and that will impact me negatively. So let's say you want to stop smoking, or maybe you want to stop drinking. You can get a professional help. There are people who have meetings where they go and maybe they help each other in terms of stopping to smoke and stopping to drink. They talk about the issues that they go through. They help each other out. You cannot do this alone. Enlist a support that will help you to move from one step to another. Remember, we're not looking for perfection. We are looking for progress. At least if you are taking 10 cigarettes a day, you can start by taking 9, then 8, then 7. Remember, this is progress. We are looking at progress. We are not looking at perfection. We are human beings, and we are prone to relapse back to our negative habits. So you need to enlist support. Then the next thing that you need to do is practice mindfulness. This can help you develop thoughts, feelings, and actions, and help you to develop awareness. It involves simply observing impulses that relate to your habit without judging them or reacting to them. So, for example, if you relapse, just forgive yourself. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. Forgive yourself and tell yourself that there is always another day. You're taking one step at a time. So long as you're moving forward, not going backwards, it is okay to relapse. We are not perfect. We are moving towards the progress that we want to move towards. Then, for example, the next thing that you need to do is replace the habit with a different one. For example, you will find that at night, for me, let me give my example that will work for you. I love to binge watch a lot at night. So I realized that the only way that I can sleep well at night, the only way that I can sleep well at night and sleep early is to read a book. So probably I would watch news after eating, and then I would just switch on the television, switch on the phone, and then take a book, read it for like 30 minutes, then go back to sleep. So you see, I have replaced the habit of watching with reading a book. And actually reading books is the best thing that is actually happening to me, because I'm becoming more, I am learning a lot from the books that I'm reading, inspirational books, spiritual books, books that can actually help you to become a better person in life. So those are some of the things that you need to do to ensure that you change your habits. I hope this will help you for those who have those habits that are a bit of a nut to crack. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening in. This is Ninja Lawor Kolek, and please like, share and comment on Lightcast TV. Thank you for watching. Peace.